Hi, my name is Dylan Hong. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's really like to get free stuff as an influencer. I came up with the idea for this video because I actually just got an influencer box, and I was thinking about 3 years ago when I really first started making YouTube videos in the tech space and getting free things. I had this goal of, if I could just get one thing that I wanted for free to review, but also that I would get to keep without paying for it, I felt like I would be on top of the world. And I think it's something that a lot of people feel when they watch YouTubers who make tech videos or any other videos that are product-based or like review-based, where they're talking about or showcasing a product to a potential buyer. And a lot of these buyers are like, wow, that is awesome. You know, you can get free stuff that you love and then just, show it off to people, talk about it. All you have to do is make a video about it and it'll be amazing. And I definitely was in that camp for a while, and by no means am I upset about getting influencer packages or getting free stuff, essentially. But I did want to talk a little bit about some of the ins and outs and some of the things that I did not expect to be annoyed with back when I had the idea of even thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I'm going to stress, again, and I'm probably going to stress this a lot in this video, I'm not complaining at all. I really enjoy making YouTube videos. I really enjoy being able to test and use a bunch of products that I never would have been able to look at without having a channel like this. But I am just making this video because it might be a way that you rethink the way that influencers receive products, how they feel about it. So before I actually talk more about what it's like, how it feels, how it's impacted my life in its positive and negative ways, I guess I'll show you the unboxing of this influencer box that I just received in the mail that inspired me to make this video. So I'll get the box that I just got in the mail, open it up, and check out the contents that's inside. Here they actually listed out an itinerary, which was super nice, and it turned out that this was over like about $150. But when I opened it up, I just found a bunch of these microfiber cloths, and I mean, they're very nice, but I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do with 10 microfiber cloths. So I go through the rest of the box and I see that there's a wireless charging pad, a speaker, a car phone holder. And so I start opening everything up just to see if anything seems particularly good or interesting or something that I think I would actually want to talk about and share. In the end, I conclude that it's all right, but here's this thing that you probably don't normally see. It's all just like garbage that I throw down on the floor while unboxing everything. So as you can see, it's probably not the glamorous experience you thought it would be. Sometimes they add a little note and say, hey, like, thanks for checking us out or whatever. And that's super nice, and I really appreciate it. But what am I gonna do with all of those microfiber cloths? Like, where am I gonna put them? And that's like sort of the beginning of one of the dumbest, but also biggest downsides of getting so much stuff is you don't always know exactly what people are going to send you. And even if you know what someone's going to send you, you don't know if it's good. And so you end up with this excess of stuff that you don't necessarily need or want. And at some point you were like, hey, yeah, I'll check this out because I think it could be a good thing to show on the channel. But if it ends up not being something I want to showcase, I don't, I just, it's actually kind of hard to get rid of. I don't want to waste it. I don't make enough money through the channel where I can pay for shipping to give it away. I got all of it for free, so I mostly try to pass it on to friends and family, but even then, like, not everyone wants bad earbuds. Not everybody wants like 10 microfiber cloths. Like, I seriously don't know what I'll do with them. And about that bad earbuds point, most of what I get is low quality. So even like people don't even want it for free. I can't donate it. Nobody is buying this stuff from me, and I feel bad just throwing it away because that really feels like a waste. And you might be asking yourself, well, why do you recommend so much stuff on this channel if you feel like most of what you get is bad? And my answer to that is I don't make videos for probably 75% of the things that I get. And the reason for that is the way this channel works is that I make a certain small sliver, about like 1 to 2% of products that I recommend in the channel, and then people buy in the description. So this is essentially the only way that I make any side income, and I don't know, like it's $50 a month or something like that. Sometimes more, sometimes less. I can go really deep into that in another video if anybody's interested. But the structure of the way I do things is that I only make money if I recommend that people get stuff. And as a review channel, I only want to review stuff if it's decent or good. And as an ethical person, I don't want to be, falsely saying, hey, buy this $100 thing so I get $1 from your purchase even though I hated it. And so most of the time I get something in the mail that's garbage, I just don't know what to do with it. I don't want to make a video on it because I don't want to recommend something bad that I don't think anybody should buy. And by the way, this is also why I seem to be very positive about essentially most of the stuff on my channel. Every once in a while, I'll say something's bad just because I feel like I have to, or if the person who sent it to me is really begging for a video and I tell them I don't want to make a video about it, they'll just keep begging. I'm like, all right, well, I don't like it, so here's that video. But then I'm left with a bunch of just stuff that nobody wants to be given, nobody will buy. I don't want to make a video about it. I don't want to use it myself because it's bad. And then I just have stuff everywhere. So this is all the stuff that we just looked at, but then here's another big pile of junk. Here's a Bluetooth speaker that is not very good at all. There's also this smart scale that I'm testing, but currently the verdict is negative. Here's this big box for the BenQ monitor. I actually do really like the monitor and I still use it pretty much every day. I get a bunch of Bluetooth earbuds, and this pair I said in my review I did not like, but then the other ones I did, so that was nice. And I got this, well, it's just a duster. So walking over now to another pile of stuff. This is all from my iPhone cases video. And I'm pretty sure this is about $250 to $300 worth of iPhone 11 cases. I've tried giving a bunch of them away, but I don't know this many people who own iPhone 11s. I do like that 3D printer. It takes up a lot of space though. Then I have these vacuums. I got sent this $180 vacuum. It's like a Dyson ripoff. It's all right, but I don't know why someone thought I wanted to make reviews about vacuums. And then there's this guy that's basically a mediocre Roomba, which I never made a video about. There's a huge box for that 3D printer that takes up a lot of space. And then there's also this ergonomic trackpad sort of replacement thing. I didn't really like it. It was very expensive though. Headphones in here, and then even below that, there's just this big mess of headphones and assorted gear that I've gotten over the years. There's some gaming mice in here, a smart plug, and some wireless earbuds. Most of the wireless earbuds I get are really bad. Put that away, and then there's even more under here. If you open it up, there are more gaming mice and more mediocre audio equipment in there, and then more iPhone cases, naturally. I also have this big tub of stuff that has some tech in it. And then in there are more iPhone cases. I got that backpack too. And then there's this RGB mouse pad that I never reviewed because it kept curling up on the top. That's why it's taped at the bottom. But it actually looks pretty cool. There's also this smart scale that I showed earlier, and it's next to my regular scale, and sometimes I just stand on both of them trying to get an even weight on both sides. I didn't get it this time though. Going back into my room, there's just a bunch of stuff that I could unearth if I really kept looking around. There's even a big thing of tech under my bed, but I think you get the point. To put into context the amount of absurd value, but I guess valuable waste that I've gotten, just in the first 3 months of me making YouTube videos, I kept a spreadsheet of exactly what the MSRP of what I was getting, just because I thought it was crazy. I was very excited, just I think as anybody should be in this position. But people sent me $4,346 of their product in my first 3 months of making YouTube videos. If you go back and look at my channel, I made videos about headphones, keyboards, gaming mice, maybe some other stuff. $4,000 worth of computer accessories. That's a lot of just random stuff. If you're genuinely excited about getting stuff as an influencer, you also have to think, what are you gonna do with 10 sets of headphones? What are you gonna do with 5 gaming keyboards? Like, seriously, what should I do? I don't know what to do. I actually did this 6 months ago where I just posted stuff on my local Facebook marketplace and just said, hey, if you want any of this stuff for like a period of a week, just come take it. It's free, or like $5 or $10, just whatever. And I think I got rid of like 4 things out of 20 potential listings. And as you can see, it just accumulates, and I have just a bunch of relative garbage. I've moved a lot. I've moved 3 apartments in the past 3 years. And every time I move, I just like, I facepalm a little bit because of how much trash I've accumulated. And one other thing that you might not think about if you're, once again, someone who looks in on this from the outside and thinks that it's really cool, and that companies are really nice and that they're going to work with you, maybe you get that experience if you are one of those, mega popular, mega successful YouTubers. But in my experience, it's a lot of just people frustrated that I haven't taken time to produce content for something of theirs. And I guess I see where they're coming from, right? Because they sent this out. Most of the time it's something cheap, say like $20 wireless earbuds. I unpack it. It's not good. Don't want to make a video. Normally I'll respond saying, hey, I got this. I don't really like it. It's not that good. Sometimes they're actually pretty good about that. They'll say, hey, we'll take what you didn't like about it. And normally I list it and say, I didn't like these things. It could have improved this way. And this is why overall I wouldn't recommend it. And then they say, hey, we'll take that information. Thanks for the feedback. And they'll run with it. And maybe they'll make changes to the way they produce, whatever. I don't really follow that. Other times I get offered money to make videos about something I don't like, which I will never do. Sometimes I get told that I just need to make the video anyway. And what is the point there? I'm not going to recommend it. So you're asking for content to be produced where the person is not recommending your product. What? It's actually pretty confusing. Like, why do that? Why go through all that trouble of trying to squeeze content out of somebody who doesn't like your product? And it's just baffling. Other times I'll get sent something that I'm a little bit on the fence about, and I'm testing it and I'm using it, and then I'll get like 5 emails a week. So like really every day asking, when is that video coming? When are you going to make the video? These people, I've never been sponsored. I've never been paid money to make a video by any company. It's not that I wouldn't, especially if I like the product. I'm just not in the position where I get that offer a lot. But I'll say to companies, if you want to send me your product, I'm interested in checking it out, but I'm not just going to blindly recommend it or blindly make a video about it. And so these companies ask every day, when am I going to come out with a video for their product? And my response is like, I might not. You're not paying me. You can't force me to say anything. It's very interesting, the expectations they have, because in sending the product, they're hoping that somebody makes a video about it. It's way cheaper to send an influencer or a reviewer to hope that they make content, because it costs, for a lot of this stuff, dollars to produce, maybe more dollars to ship, but they don't have media teams. A lot of these small companies don't have the ability to produce high quality content around it. They don't have anybody to talk to its pros and its cons. And so consulting a marketing company or video production company would cost tens of thousands of dollars in a lot of cases. And it's really cheap to just send, 50 different influencers your product. It costs a few $100s. And if, 10% of them make a video, that's probably positive in the end, because there's content online about their product that they did not have to direct. They didn't have to facilitate the creation of that potentially expensive marketing material. It's a positive for a lot of them. But I don't see the positive side of hounding somebody to make a video where they don't recommend your product. And I think that's one of the strangest conceptual things that I've found out being on this end of the influencer spectrum. And I say that, and I know I've referred to myself as an influencer, but it's hard to say just because, I don't know, I feel like such a tiny presence on this massive platform. Man, looking back, I really don't want to come off as complaining. So I'm going to say it once again. I am super grateful. I really enjoy being able to do this. I get to play with so much tech that I never would have been able to, like things that I know I never would have bought for myself that I get to check out. But I don't know. It's just interesting to be on this side of the curtain, fill you guys in on what it's actually like to get free stuff as an influencer. Well, it is still, I still think it's really cool. I think it's a really interesting opportunity that very few people have. It is a little bit less glamorous than I think I expected it to be, and I think that a lot of people might expect it to be. And I think a lot of people might not realize the muddy side of it, because I don't really see many people talking about it. That's why I thought I would make this video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't come off as complaining, because I really am not trying to complain. I just think it's kind of a funny concept, something that I was so excited about, still am excited about, to be clear, was just kind of odd and brings up a few problems that I don't think people really expect, and I definitely did not expect. So with that, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for some more video goodness. If you think I'm being ridiculous, leave a comment down below. If you learned something that you didn't think of, also leave a comment down below. I normally respond to most of them, so I just like having that discussion. Thanks for watching. See you next time.